And I'm not sure that people are spending enough time thinking about who your target should be for the purpose that you're trying to achieve. And it's not that they're wrong, it's that maybe they haven't thought about a different way or a different purpose. There are a lot of people on social media because it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's a way to do something while they're waiting in line. It's what their friends do. But we're here to say you can take your activities on social media, that time that you're spending on social media, with just a little bit of intent and a little bit of thought about it. You can do pretty much the exact same things you're doing, but also at the same time make the world a better place. You've come to social media and you like to talk about politics. Excellent. And you're sharing all sorts of political stories, and you're a conservative and you want the world to be more conservative. Well, that's great. If you think about things just a little bit, then you can phrase your introduction in such a way that it reaches out to people who are not predisposed to already agree with you. And all you have to do is reach one. And it's not one a day, it's not one a week, it's just one. And that's all you have to do, and you won't necessarily know when you've done it. But if you take a few seconds, slow down a little bit, and when you reshare, read a story that is, totally entertaining to you, but if you stop and think, you know what, if I reshare this, it really doesn't make Republicans look like nice people, so I'm not going to reshare it. Or this particular story is kind of interesting, and I have an interesting perspective on it, and I can reshare it, and the people who follow me and pay attention to me because of the stuff that I say about genealogy, they might read it and say, oh, that's interesting, and not even realize that they've been hoodwinked into reading a conservative political article. Ha 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 ha. You can be subversive about it too. If you just approach your social media activities as something that's potentially more than just entertainment.
And also stay on an upbeat level. The business we get into of arguing with people all the time just creates contention, doesn't open up any room for sharing ideas. I actually use I love that you're a liberal technique today, and I believe it worked rather well.
Oh, excellent. Do tell.
It was a meme on social media where the liberal person posted that the Republicans had gone home without doing anything, and the things that they did do were cutting benefits to the poor, food for the needy, and so on. So I went in and I told him I appreciated that liberals were concerned about those who needed assistance, but then I went on to share that the government does a lousy job of assisting people, and at times it actually hurts people because it keeps them from doing what they need to do for themselves. And also tied into the fact that we don't have the resources to be helping these people because we're going further and further into debt due to our irresponsible representatives who are spending out of control.
I love that you have that opportunity, the way you said that, to go into things like the ridiculous spending that that no one could probably see any kind of benefit except for, say, college professors and people running these particular studies and whatever. I like the way you could say to a person who's liberal and very concerned about the poor and the safety net being intact, and say, well, I think we'd agree too that if the government wasn't spending so much money on studying duck genitalia, that we might be able to do a lot more for people and help them get on their feet. The way that you approach that opens up so many possibilities. That's really awesome.
I added that into the conversation that if we were in the black and we had responsible representatives and we had the means to do so, then I would probably be on board with the programs that we have for assisting other people.
And it's not just that, it's also there are regulations that are in place that prevent other people from helping the homeless or those who are less well off it's really, really legitimately hard in a lot of places to be charitable, and it's disgusting. So that's yet another thing that you can put into that cocktail of good stuff.